praise him till I'm gone. I'm gone, praise him till I'm gone. When the praises go up,
the blessings come down. When the praises go up, the blessings come down. It seems like blessings keep falling in my lap. It seems like blessings keep falling in my lap. I don't make songs for free, I make them for freedom. Don't believe in things, believe in the kingdom. Chisel me into stone, prayer whistle me into song air. Dying laughing with Clellan saying something about blonde hair. Jesus, black life ain't matter. I know I talked to his daddy. Say you the man of that house now. Look out for your family. He has ordered my steps, gave me a sword with a crest, and gave Donnie a trump in case I get shortness of breath.
praise him till I'm gone.
Don't be mad.
I'm gone, praise him till I'm gone. When the praises go up, good God, the blessings come down.
Good God.
When the praises go up, oh, good God, the blessings come down.
The blessings come down.
When the praises
Keep falling in my lap. The blessings come down.
when the praises go up, the blessings come down.
They book the nicest hotels on the 59th floor, with the big wide windows, with the suicide doors. Ain't no blood on my money, ain't no Twitter in heaven. I know them drugs isn't close, ain't no visit in heaven. I know the difference in blessings and worldly possessions, like my ex-girl getting pregnant and her becoming my everything. I'm at war with my wrongs. I'm writing 4 different songs. I never forced it or forfeited. I'm a force to be reconciled. They want 4-minute songs. You need a 4-hour praise dance performed every morning. I'm feeling shortness of breath, so Nico grab you a horn. Hit Jericho with the buzzer beater to end the quarter. Watch brick and mortar fall like dripping water. Good God!
Praise him till I'm gone. I'm gone, praise him till I'm gone. When the praises go up, good God, the blessings come down.
The blessings come down.
When the praises go up, the blessings come down.
The blessings come down.
When the praises go up, the blessings come down. When the praises go up, the blessings come down.
Are you ready? 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 It seems like blessings keep falling in my lap.
Blessings, 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 man. We're going to get started in a minute. We appreciate everybody for tapping in today. If you can blast your chats, man, let's pack this out. We're giving out some free game today, some free game. We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. If you can reach into your chats, we're going to give it about another 3 minutes, and we're going to get rolling. I do appreciate everybody hitting the link so far. You know, I do see you, Brother Jerald. Blessings to you. We're about to get it rolling in a minute. Like I said, blast your chats, man. Free game coming soon.
Yeah. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down. Baby, we took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these niggas be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you bums, you can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't pay that nigga songs in the party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody shawty come sit on my lap. Hey, they say a Drizzy just snap. This in between us is not like a store. This isn't a closable gap. Hey, I see some niggas attack and don't end up making it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like, baby. Where did these niggas be at when they say they doing all this and all that? I'm in the trenches, relax. Can you not play that little boy in the club? Cause we do not listen to rest. We in Atlanta, I buy her wig. She telling me Ted's the best. Point at that nigga who act like a killer, but you only work from the neck. I'm like the baby, I'm not just a rapper. You play on me, you won't be stressed. Bring Drake to the hood. It's real Drake. Even though I got a case, I'ma do what it takes. And I never been embraced. And the money's hard to make. So I bet they on their face right now. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Something, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town, baby. Where did these niggas be at when they say they doing all this and all that? When he tell the story, that's not how it went. No, they be lying 100%. Moved out of the wrist and forgot about the bed. Dollar just called me to tell me come get it. Got that boy up and I don't want no credit. If it was me, they wouldn't regret it. Left me for dead and now they won't get it. Yeah. Party still beating, my niggas still eating. Backyard it look like a garden they eating. Pillow talk with him, spilling the tea. And shawty came back and said she didn't mean it. It's hard to believe it. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town, baby. Where these niggas be at when they say they doing all this and all that?
Yes, sir. Let's get into it. And I'm super excited, man. Hey, man, shout out to the people that hit the link right now, man. I'm super excited, man. I know I probably sound like Troy right now, but I'm super excited to be here, man. Shout out to my peoples on the call. See you, Jerald. Thank you so much for showing up, brother. Diego's in the building. You know what I mean? We about to give you guys some good game today. And I just want to open it up with just, if we knew what we know now, back then, how it could affected us differently, and for example, like a lot of old heads used to tell us, they used to tell us all type of stuff. They used to try to put us up on game. I want y'all to write down game, okay? G-A-M-E, game. Now, a lot of old heads used to give us a lot of game, even as a child. As a child, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. That's hot. Don't touch that. That's sharp. You're gonna cut yourself. Watch your step. You're gonna fall. Still to this day, I try to put my kids up on game. The old heads try to put us up on game. And we still to this day is trying to put people up on game. You know what I mean? old head pulled me to the side, say, "Youngster, I see something in you. You know, I see something in you. You got it. I don't know if you know you got it, but you got it. You know, and them people you hanging with, you know, I don't think they're good for you. I don't think they good influences on your life. And I don't think you should be hanging with them. I know you're grown. I know you're gonna do what you want to do. You can make your own decisions. But I'm just trying to give you some game. You know, make a long story short, I'm in a lineup with these same individuals. You know, thinking about the game I didn't take. You feel me? Thinking about the great advice that he gave me. And that's the first two parts of the game. Great advice. Okay? I didn't listen to the great advice I was given at that time, and it cost me. You know? And then I took heed and I caught on. But, you know, when people give you great advice, the next thing you have to do is you got to maintain it. Once you maintain it, you elevate. You feel me? Game is simply great advice. I want y'all to write this down. Great advice, maintained, and elevated. People continuously try to give us good game. And if I knew what I know now, if I would have took all this advice that I was getting from my parents, my people, you know, my mentors, even just my friends who was close to me, you know, because one thing we don't got on older people is more time on earth. You know, you only can surpass. You can't beat somebody fresh out the gate on how long they've been here. I'm older than you. I'm gonna always be older than you. The only way you can spend more time on this earth than me is you live longer than I did. But at the end of the day, I know I don't have to know everything. I don't have to be stronger than you because I'm older than you. I don't have to be smarter than you or make more money than you because I'm older than you. But what I can do is tell you my experiences. You know what I'm saying? I can give you some great game that you can maintain to elevate. And that's what I want to start with today, people. So we're going to get this rolling. You feel me? We're going to get this rolling. So, you know, shout out to everybody out there, man. And we just want to let you guys know, we just trying to give you some game that we got, that we wasn't given, you know, because this opportunity is full of game that we just finding out and that we need to take advantage of, maintain, and elevate from it. So I'm going to go ahead, you know, talk to my man, Jerald. We got Diego in the building. Troy said he was on a plane. He might be a little tardy. Oh, Troy's in the building. Okay, let me put him on here. You know, but yeah, that's what I wanted to start this off with. You know, kind of set the vibe for what's going on so you guys can have an idea. Jerald, if you can, you know, we're going to pull from that. How you want to do this, player?
All right, so what's good, family? How y'all doing? Good morning again to y'all, or good evening to you know, to y'all again. This call is definitely going to be a little different than usual, man. Like table talk is going to be almost like a podcast style type talk. I believe we're also going to allow people to, you know, to chime in and ask questions or throw their sense in as well. But we're going to talk about some topics, man. I got a hat of things in here, and when I pull out the hat, we're just going to attack the topic for a few minutes, man. Let DA and Troy give their game and their input as well, as far as what if we know now. If we knew then what we know now, how we would have changed our actions back then with the topics that we choose from, whether it be life situations, school, whatever the case is, whatever I pull from the hat. So we can just kind of implement how people now have a greater opportunity than a lot of us had back then, because we have information now. We have access to information that can change our lives completely, financially, mentally, spiritually, the whole nine. So if you knew then what you know now, how would your actions back then have changed? How would you have done things differently? Because now kids and people, we have the ability to change everything and not repeat the same cycle. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the hat. So we don't want this to be scripted by any means. So let's see. Jobs, employees. That's first topic. So
okay.
basically what you know now, how would you have, what would you have done differently back then, like having a job as an employee?
Me personally, I think the system is designed for us to go to school. I mean, to go to work. And school teaches that, you know what I'm saying? School don't teach you nothing financially implemented in no programs. I don't know if it's illegal to teach kids about finances and about credit and about saving or, you know, just investing, you know. But as far as me, I always knew that I wouldn't be an employee. I just had a thing for someone controlling my time, you know. And still, if I could change right now, this opportunity, if I had this at 19, like, Lord, help me, you know, where would we be if we was taught this as a freshman in high school instead of taught how to get a job? You know, your mother always telling you, get a job, you got to pay this, you got to do that. You know, like, why you didn't tell me to invest my money? Why you didn't tell me to read these books that will put me up on game and put me in a better position in the near future than, you know, stuck in the same element, you know. But if anybody else,
I feel on that one. Like, I work 18 hours a day, 6 days a week. Oh, go ahead, DA. Go ahead.
I was saying, can we chime in at any time, or y'all just kind of calling the speakers as we go?
Oh, no, you can do
you chime when you want to.
It's free.
Oh, okay, bet. Go ahead, Joe. I didn't know that. I was just trying to be quiet until I was
No,
called.
you good. Yeah, you chime when you want to. Same thing for you, Troy. So me, honestly, I work 18 hours a day, 6 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I didn't have time. I wasn't getting time back. I was making money, but I didn't have the time to enjoy the money I was making. And then I was getting frustrated because I was always at work. You know, working 100 hours a week. Like, you get, like, man, like, you wake up, you go to work, you get out of work, you can't do nothing but go back to sleep because you gotta have time to go back to work the next day. And the days you off, you're like, shoot, I don't have time to enjoy the fruits of my labor because I'm always at work. So if I knew about investing at that time, I'd definitely be.
No, I was gonna let you guys.
I definitely would have been, you know, putting in time on learning how to create my own wealth, because like you said, the commodity that we can't pay for is time. We can't get that back. We can't pay for it. You can't rent it out. You can't get more of it. So the time that we lost that. So I just lost a bulk of my hours, a bulk of my days from working a job for somebody else that was creating their own dreams and things like that. So definitely investing and knowing about and knowing how to invest your money is definitely something I feel like everybody has a step up on at this time of age right now versus when we was coming up.
All right, so Jerald, just my bad. I was trying to get settled in a good place, and internet connection was a little choppy. But could you repeat the question that P asked us, so I can kind of get my insight on it as well?
So basically, what would you do differently, knowing what you know now for back then? And the first topic is jobs or employees. What would you do different, knowing what you know now as an investor, as Forex trader, as a launcher, just anything now that you've learned in this opportunity? What would you do differently?
Well, first thing I would do is understand the importance of building a network earlier in life, right? So we're like, I'm about to be 29. I'm sorry, 30 next month. And, you know, my network has constantly changed throughout my entire 20s and my teens as well. So I'm personally grateful that I didn't get access to this information earlier, just because I feel like the trials and tribulations I've been through has allowed me to, you know, see the benefit in maintaining success and also just learning from my mistakes. So I'm not a person that wishes I would have got information earlier, honestly, just because, you know, everything I've been through, it's allowed me to be the person who I am today. It's allowed me to be the leader. It's allowed me to just understand where I am right now and use those past experiences to, you know what I'm saying, implement them in this opportunity. But nevertheless, those people like knowledge that are mature enough to handle the certain success that we're starting to see within this organization, that's very monumental, right? I know I wouldn't have been one of those people. I would have been wilding. If I was making $25,000 a month at 19 years old, I probably wouldn't have made it to 30 years old, right? So I feel like us as individuals, we have to understand, like, yeah, we could get information earlier, but luckily, you know, we just got access to the information now, and it's the perfect time is always now, right? Whether you are going through something bad or going through something good, like, you know, the most important time you go through in your life is the current. So, you know, I'm more so of one of those people that focuses on today, and I don't get caught up in the things of the past. I mean, I don't know if that's really a good answer, but for the ones that are mature enough, it's definitely great for them. Like, there's not many, right? Knowledge is one of the few who can handle what's coming his way. But we're starting to see the success at this age because that's what God had written for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No,
that's what's
fact.
up.
No,
I mean,
fact.
and you only can speak from your experiences, you know what I'm saying? That's all we asking for. And we appreciate the leaders hopping on the call today. You know, we know you guys got a lot going on, you know, making the time to actually implement more value. You know, I just want you guys to know you are appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Troy. You ain't saying nothing yet.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chime in on that. So me personally, I'm not too old, but if I knew what I knew now, back then what I would do, I would seek more mentorship. A lot of times when you're growing up, you want to actually be that leader. You want to be that person that actually do things for your family and whatnot, and you don't really seek a mentorship. And that's important in this day age of actually getting to the next level, especially what's going on right now, actually having a mentor to guide you through certain things. And me personally, I played sports my whole entire life, so I wasn't even looking for no jobs at the time. So I had to start figuring out how to make money outside of getting a job because sports was my whole entire life. So it was always an entrepreneurship background to where I had to sell shoes, I had the mindset, I had to flip a lot of things and make more money. And it gave me that aspiration to continuously do that because, you know what I'm saying, once you bring that type of hustle in you, it's more of a habit to where like you like to create certain things, and I always had that certain like characteristic about me to actually making something better and just reselling it. But if I had like mentorship to understand, like DA said, the networks or building the right networks or using your network, because me personally I had a great network, but it was only for sports. It wasn't for things inside of life to where like you can build certain things and not being one dimensional to where like sports is all you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you get inside of life, a lot of people think sports is all you're supposed to do and you become one-dimensional. And then sometimes people all become one-dimensional. When you get a degree, you only want to do that one thing and you want to be able to have, like I said, mentorship to where you can open up to certain different aspects of life of what somebody else already seen to where now you able to welcome in mentorship to get you to the next level. So if I knew what I knew now, that's not my number one thing is actually getting a mentor to actually understand life at a faster pace.
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I got some great answers, man. I don't have nothing to say after that one. Like, for real. Like, definitely mentorship, and then like DA said, and kind of what my colleague about earlier about letting go of the things in the past and focus on now. So I definitely agree with that as well. Just dealing with the now and taking what you know now and using your past to learn from that and to move forward with, you know, some of the situations at hand.
And then they both their answers both their answers coexist because with the right mentorship, you can handle, you know, certain things. You'll be able to handle it. And like Diego said, you know, he wouldn't have been ready for it. But if he had the right mentorship, maybe, you know what I mean? And they both make great valid points.
Definitely. Because we definitely want everybody to have their own opinion about it. So, because there are people on this call that have different opinions as well, different values, different experiences and stuff like that. So our different answers, it could help somebody on this call or even help ourselves in a sense, just knowing that, you know, we came from a lot and that we need to be, you know what I'm saying, thankful for where we at right now, for sure. Let me pull something else out the hat. College tuition. College tuition. So what is your thoughts on college tuition as far as how Forrest probably could have helped with that? I mean, I'm guessing that's the way to ask that question.
Yeah, I can go ahead and chime in on that. See, so me personally, as a blotter for like everybody, I had a scholarship to where, you know what I'm saying, it didn't matter what my tuition was, but at the end of the day, Forex is a simple brand to help anybody. You know what I'm saying? To where like once you have that information, like you can make everything better. And sometimes, like I said, you have to go through life in certain processes to where you didn't get Forex at that time because you might not take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Certain things everybody have to go through to understand that when you got Forex, you got it at the perfect time of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we could have had it earlier, but we don't know who would have took it serious as well. You know what I'm saying? So you had to go through certain things to actually understand what value really is. Like when you go through a lot of trials and tribulations and certain things, you get to build your value to understand, all right, once I get an opportunity, I see what the foreign exchange market is, I understand exactly what type of value I got access to now. So when you're going through like college and understanding certain things, sometimes you're not really worried about tuition because you don't have to pay for it right then. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get away, you get a partial scholarship or you get financial aid, but you know what I'm saying? Once you do have access to it, you know what I'm saying, it can help anything, you know what I'm saying? College tuition, whatever the case may be, student loans. So that's a little piece of what I can tell you about like the college tuition because, you know what I'm saying, it can help anything inside the foreign exchange market. So
No, facts on that. Because I mean, sure, I went to UT. Oh, go ahead, yeah.
Well, you actually went to college, so you go first.
Right.
I went to UT. You know, I didn't finish with a degree. You know, I had to come back home and start working, which is crazy. Shoot, I think so. I was in a PPA program. You become a personal accountant basically. You get your 5 year. In 5 years you become you get a master's and a bachelor's in 5 years, and that program was $180,000. You know, and I went for 3 years, and in 3 years I spent like $80,000 just to go to school. So, you know, I think and then when you think about it, I left school and then I was getting a job for $15 an hour and then maybe $17 an hour. So it's like I paid all this money. I invested $80,000. You know what I'm saying? I had a scholarship, so I had to, you know, no loans, things like that. But, you know, all this money went towards something that didn't even bring me any value as far as what I'm doing now. I'm not doing anything with that now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing anything with those 3 years. I wasted $80,000 now. And, you know, this opportunity, you invest way less to get way more. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity that a lot of us have now with this Forex opportunity with, you know, trading or launching, man, it's a blessing because you don't have to invest as much to get that return on your investment. And it doesn't take that long as long as you put the effort in, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like I wish I would have known this then. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really wish I would have known that then because I don't even like school, you know, I was just good at it, you know, but I probably wouldn't have went. I probably would just invested and used that money to invest into something else that I really want to do. But, you know, I'm here now though. Go ahead, DA.
All right, so shout out to Troy and Jerald for actually going to school and doing what they were supposed to do. You know, I always tell people at that time in my life, you know, between 18 and honestly like 23, 24, I was in and out of jail. And I actually was going to college, but I got out of jail a week after college had started. So my dorm room and everything was gone. I didn't have anything, you know, I didn't know I was going to jail. So it kind of messed everything up. But it was a blessing for me because honestly, I was never the 9-to-5 guy, and I was never the school guy. I was very good in high school. I was the teachers' favorites. I was not kissing butts, but they just seen so much potential in me, and they always let me know that. And they were like, "You're hanging around knuckleheads." And at the time, I didn't understand. Like, you know, I see this anyway. What I can say about that is college tuition is just kind of like, you know, knowing that you have something like this, access to this is like, you can really evaluate like, yo, do I really want to go accumulate this debt just to maybe get a job for somebody to tell me what to do? Just so I can maybe go get a job for somebody to lay me off when they get ready? You know, you actually get to take your destiny into your own hands when you have information, you know what I'm saying? So Dr. Troy, just because when I first met him, he always talked about information. If I knew about this, right, you gotta understand, I just became successful to an extent this year, and I just started taking this serious this year, and I'm already making over 6 figures within this year, and the year is not over. So if I could have done that at 19, 20 years old, then I would be a multi-millionaire, billionaire right now. And that's when I see knowledge, I almost cry every time I see him talk because I'm just like, his mom is so blessed. His family is so blessed. He's only 20 years old, but he's already earning $25,000 a month. And with his intelligence and with his wisdom and with his knowledge, you know, he's not going anywhere but to the top. So I really do get emotional seeing younger people like that, just actually having a decision to say, well, do I want to do this or do I want to do that? And when you have a decision, and that's when you make the best choices, is when you don't have any options. That's when you make the choice that is not as good for you, because you don't have anything else. So you choose to do things that
Signal loss.
Little choppy, little choppy. Where you at, D? Well, just to kind of
In my own hands, or do I have to go the other route that they told us?
right.
Mm.
We got the point. You was a little choppy, but we got the point. Definitely. With me is as far as school, I went to college for a year. I went to Santa Monica Junior College. I was bad. I didn't even think I was going to graduate high school, but my auntie asked me to move from Chicago to California when I graduated, and I just left. So with that information, first of all, I feel like school is a place you go to, you pay for it to get a job, to pay for it. So you go to school to get a job, the job you always wanted. Then when you get the job, you paying for school, for all the education that you didn't got. Now, I'm not saying school is bad. I do advise you to definitely educate yourself, but why not put me in a financial situation to where I can further educate myself on my own dollar and not, something I have to potentially pay for in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me the means to pay for this now, then I'll make a decision. Yeah, okay, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to, whatever you want to do, a chemist, whatever it is that you want to do, it'll be easier if you had the means to do it than basically putting yourself in debt, for until you die and working 40 years, 40 hours a week until your life ends, and all you're doing is paying for the school. So I definitely believe that the opportunity is lucrative, and you can pay for it. Like Troy said, you can literally fund anything once you get this knowledge, and if you do get it too soon, you might blow the bag. It might just come too easy for you, but at the end of the day, that's an option. And coming from where I'm coming from, options was limited. A lot of things was normalized, that I would share that's not normal. People looking at me like, that's not normal, bro. Like, the experiences you're experiencing is not normal. And that's what we need to change. We need to put a change in that so people have more options, so they can know the full picture, and then you can make a better decision.
Facts. Just to throw something in there real quick, man. If the people that's on the call, if y'all have questions for us on any topic, please drop it in the chat, and then we can respond to that too as well. This is like an open, kind of like an open mic chat, not open mic, but drop your questions you have for any of us while we're on the call for any topics you want to throw it out there. But nah, I definitely agree with you again, bro. Like, for real, like we go to school to pay for school, and like DA always say, like, if we had an optimal self, or if we was able to pay for actually pay for school, what would you really go to school for? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are going to school because our parents force us to go to school, and we're paying for tuition for something we really don't even want to do because our parents or our friends or family say we need to go to school to be a doctor or things like this because that's what makes the money. But at the same time, should we actually not making no money because we in debt before we start working? You in debt before you start working, before you get that doctor's job, before you become a lawyer. You in debt already. So now your first lawyer check, you paying on college tuition.
Right.
So
and that's what we call hustling backwards.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, well, I don't know if anybody had any questions or anything on that, but
what's the next subject? What's the next subject?
Rap star. So
hold on, Jerald. Steve had a question.
Oh, somebody
Steve had a question. He said, what about the perspective of people who really enjoy their jobs at work? We're definitely not talking to you, Steven. If you enjoy what you do, just don't even listen to what we're talking about at all. Literally.
But it's okay to enjoy what you do, but don't put yourself in debt. You know what I'm saying? And sacrificing your time doing something you don't want to do. That's all we saying. You know what I'm saying? If you investing in your time into something you want to do and you happy doing it, that's your happiness. Be happy. We're not trying to take that away from you.
So look, let me say something right quick, Joe. So let me clear this up real quick. Whenever I get on calls, Zoom calls, talk about Forex and things of that nature, I am never talking to a person that's happy. If you're happy with your life, bro, I'm never talking to you. I'm always talking to the people that continue to accept the things they're not happy with. That's who I'm speaking to. You know what I'm saying? If you live in life, you got your family straight, everything is going with the way it needs to be, then hey, I say don't change it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not happy and you're complaining about things that you can actually change, then I'm talking to you specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stop making excuses for things that we have control over. I mean, that's my biggest pet peeve, continuing to complain about things that they have 100% control over, literally. So I mean, that's just my insight on that.
Oh, I want to add to as well. Like you said about prospects. Like you said, if you enjoy what you do, shoot, keep doing it. But guess what? How are most of the people in the world successful? They have multiple streams of income. So you love what you do, just add an extra stream of income. It can be, the force can be used for traveling. It can be used for, paying another bill, or it can be used to get you another car. It can just add more value to your life. You don't always have to be, so you got to quit your job to do Forex. No, you can just use it to add more income, have an extra source of income, an extra stream of income to be able to do other things that you might want to do. Because your job may be providing everything you want, but you still want some extra stuff because success is constantly moving. So you might want an extra laptop, extra computer, extra car, extra bike, whatever it is. Use Forex to do that for you, and just have a little side coming in, or trade once or twice a day, or a week, or a month. Just you can use that information to help add more income, an extra source of income to make more money, so you can be even more financially free. That's how I look at it.
And last thing on that, I didn't know he's talking about prospects. You have to ask people. You have to ask questions, Steven. Like, people say they like what they do because they've been doing it for so long. People say they love the person that they with just because they've been with them for so long. And you see on a lot of movies, a lot of people cheat because they meet someone that they didn't know was out there that can bring them a different vibe and a different energy that they ain't never seen before. Is it right? No. But people honestly lie to themselves on a daily basis because nobody is asking them the right questions. So if you've been on your job 40 years and all you do is ask somebody, oh, you must really love your job. They must really pay you very well. You must really feel good when you get up in the morning. And in the first three of those questions, they're gonna say, no, I don't feel good when I go to work. And that's how you start to say, okay, well, how would you like to exercise the option to walk off the job and still get paid the amount of money? Because some people let money dictate what they love.
True.
Some people let money dictate what they love. So of course they're gonna say they love what they do if they're getting paid the right amount of money. You just gotta ask questions.
Facts.
Because
I know we had one more question, then we go to the next topic. They said, how do you market to people, basically, to people about Forex because they think it's a scam or a pyramid? So I'll let y'all chime in on that as well, and then we go to the next topic. What you got?
I'll speak on that. So how you market to people that thinks that Forex is a scam or pyramid scheme? The best way to do is by getting information. The more information you know, the more confident you're gonna be, understanding what it is and what not about your business opportunity. Because this foreign exchange market, it exposes people to where, what did I mean by exposes people? It shows you exactly what type of people that you're around, mindset wise, how people think about opportunities, how people think about real facts. You know what I'm saying? The foreign exchange market is facts, it's true. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna argue with the truth and facts, then I wonder what you argue with the truth and facts about yourself now. Because now it's an exposure. You start to see exactly what's going on. So you want to inform people more so about it than actually trying to, you know what I'm saying, just force it to them to sign up. Like, inform them more often to where, like, they can actually go look and really start seeing the value in what's going on in the foreign exchange market instead of just trying to sign somebody up, you know what I'm saying? Because the more information you got, the more you're going to be able to have a legitimate conversation about the foreign exchange market. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like me personally, I don't ever even talk about the foreign exchange market when I go launch to somebody else. I got to see exactly what they think about. And when I tell them I do Forex, I just want to see their reaction and see exactly how they act, because I get to see who they are as a person first. And then I can go about how I can explain certain things, because some people might react to it as a scam or whatnot, or they might just react to where I want more information to see it from your perspective, to where now they're more listening or vulnerable to understand what's going on instead of trying to know everything. Sometimes you gotta worry about being around people that just trying to know everything. You want to be right all the time. So you gotta tell the truth, the information to certain people, so you can see exactly how they're gonna return the answer to you. You know what I'm saying? So just having that information, having that, you know what I'm saying, having that loaded weapon, you gotta have bullets, you gotta have facts coming out that gun, to where, like, now you know exactly what you're talking about, to where now it just makes too much sense to understand what the foreign exchange market is.
Oh yeah.
And also, just adding to that. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
No, I don't have nothing to say after that. Go ahead, DA.
I was say also just adding to Troy. Me and Troy have very different tactics and techniques to get the job done, but I always can respect his way of thinking. One thing I like to do is just, you know, expose what we're doing on a daily basis and make it make sense to why you don't think that that's a scam. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just think about it. Like what we're making in the foreign exchange market in minutes, people are making every hour. And to me, that's a scam. Like when you think about $15 in the foreign exchange market, you can get a 15 pips in 15 seconds. And you can literally make what they made in an hour in seconds. So you just have to ask people questions again, like why do you not think your job is a scam? Because they have a HR, because they have an hourly pay, because you have a name badge. Like they just present it to you. They present BS really well. So you accept it because it looks good. But when you really start digging and thinking like, what am I really spending my time on every single day? You'll start to see like, damn, they really kind of messing me over. And I tell people, you can make $200,000 a year, and I still wouldn't care about you trying to beg and plead that your job is the place to be, because once again, Troy is making that not even going to work. And there's a lot of people making that in the foreign exchange market. I don't care how much money you make at your job. It doesn't matter. It's still a scam at the end of the day. No offense.
Oh, go ahead, Mr. Peden.
Well, I mean, I totally agree with both. A pyramid scheme. They always say, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. This is a pyramid scheme. Well, guess what? You work at the local grocery store, whatever that is. You start off as the cart guy. Then you move up to the bag person. Then you move up, you the cashier. Now you the manager. You will never be the CEO of that grocery store. I don't care how much you work, how much time you put in, how much you grind at that job you at, you will never own the place. And then this opportunity, if I sign somebody up today, they can surpass me. They can be the CEO of their company. They can make more money than me in this opportunity, and I can sign them up today. You feel me? Me, Jerald, anybody on this call, we can surpass Diego. We can surpass Troy. But what we can't do is be the CEO of the local grocery store if you work there 40 years. So
I'm gonna hit on one more point about that. The pyramids, you know, a lot of times I wanted to look into the pyramids and see exactly what it really was, but people gotta understand pyramids are structure for organization for everything. Now you have to have a pyramid in everything. You have to have a start and a peak. So when you look at the pyramid, people talk about pyramid schemes, they don't have enough information about what pyramids really are. If you look at Egypt, those big pyramid stones, they were there for a reason. They was presented to be organization for the world. So once you're looking at certain pyramids, you got to understand it's an organization tactic to where not I got to have some type of organization in the business. I have to have some type of organization in the world. And that's how they use the pyramids for organization. So when people talk about pyramid schemes, everything you do in life is a pyramid. And you have to start somewhere to get to somewhere. So you have to see that exactly the information behind what pyramids really are.
Right.
That's true.
And just to make that make more sense, when you think about the NBA, we all look at LeBron James, we look at Michael Jordan, and we think they're the GOATs, which they are in their lane, but they're at the bottom of the pyramid because they're the ones that's entertaining the fans to make the money for the entire business. And then you got the coaches, and then you got the GMs, and then you got the owners. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. Like Troy said, everything is essentially a pyramid, and we're all in one. You just have to pick where you want to be on that pyramid.
Yeah, you just got to pick the best pyramid. Which one can get you to success a lot faster? And that's what we're doing is out there. It's a pyramid. Everything's a pyramid, but you can get a lot more successful a lot faster on your own time in this type of structure.
Right, because in this structure, you can be the CEO. You know, a lot of structures you can't make it to the top of that pyramid. You know, and that's all facts. Like, you have to work toward that.
And I would say just to throw my little 2 cents in. If they say it's a scam, are you a scam? Now you gotta look at yourself. Are you a scammer? You know what I'm saying? Because if you've always been a person of value, if you've always been a person that brought value to people and helped people out, things like that, then why would they even look at you and think it's a scam if you're doing it? That's how I think.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, like, and oh my bad, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm not a scam. So if people come at me and say it's a scam, I keep on moving because that's not my intentions.
and you take it as disrespectful. I take it as disrespectful somebody try to call me a scammer because a lot of people know you and they try to say you're a scammer for what you present. That means they don't really understand you. You know, so they might know you, but they don't understand you. So, like, if you look at the pyramid, it happens in everything. Like, when we was in school, we learned about the ecosystem. Like, you got this to this to that to that. Like, it's all in pyramids, all in sections. Like, you get to see who's the top of the food chain. Like, you see why it's created in the pyramid for a reason. Like, it's there for structure. It happens in everything in life.
Yeah, not to spend too much longer on the topic, but you got to think that anytime that you're a leader, somebody's going to think you're doing something janky because you're on the front line, right? You're running towards success.
Hey, you ain't lying, G. I swear.
Yeah, you're the leader, right? And they've been following their entire life. So when they see a leader present something that they don't want to follow or that everybody else says is a scam, then they're going to say, well, it's a scam, and they haven't did any information. I was that person with sushi. I said sushi was nasty as hell before I ever tasted it. And now I eat it 4 times a week. But I said it was so nasty, I had never put a piece of sushi in my body. And I said it was disgusting just because. And it's the most embarrassing thing in the world that's my favorite dish. And it's the same thing when it comes to Forex. A lot of people don't necessarily want to tap in. But when they tap in, it's so addicting. Now they have to go tell everybody. So, you know, we just got to think on a perspective that most people are used to following. They're not used to leading, bro.
Feel that.
Oh, yeah, facts. The next topic is going to be Trap Star. I was going to let Mr. Peden describe what he meant by that.
Oh, why you pick me? Because you know my background, you know.
It was one of your topics, man.
Okay, well, I mean, it's just like anything, you know, and I'm gonna touch on this real light. We don't want to put too much attention on being a trap star, but like people are stuck in environments, you know what I mean? And it's the only option. You know, people doing certain things to get money because it's the only option in their element. Like, this is all I have to choose from. You know, when you see like the guy pull up in a nice car, got the good girl with him, you know, nice chain, dressed nice, more than likely he's one of them trap stars. He's one of them dope boys, you know. And as a kid, you see this, and what you want to be, you know. And I just want to change that. I want to change that little kid's mind. I want to change his vision and give him this opportunity, just so he can know it's another way out. You know, you don't have to implement yourself to sacrificing your freedom to gain, to take care of your family, to provide. You know, a lot of people not just doing this to get the money. They doing this to feed their baby, to get Pampers, for milk, you know, for food, nourishment. You know, that's what they doing it for. And they sacrificing because this is what I have to do. I have to provide, I have to sacrifice for my family, and this is the means that I have to do it. So this is what I'm doing. And that's messed up, you know, and we need to share this information to, you know, get them out of that mindset to provide another opportunity, you know, another way out.
Yeah. I'm gonna chime in on that. Me personally, I had a little background in certain things like that of that nature, and like you said, it's the only option. So after sports, you know what I'm saying, it was like the only option because jobs wasn't really providing certain things that you needed, and certain things that I was looking for to actually take care of my family. So it was the only option. You see everybody that really make the most money, they're gonna be flashy, they're gonna see it, so that's gonna make you attracted to see exactly what you want to do and how you can do it. And once you got into that arena, you start to see, you know what I'm saying, you don't really get your peace, you don't get a certain thing, you don't really find value inside of life, inside that type of industry, to where now you get trapped. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about money is the root of all evil, it's not the root of all evil unless you understand what value is. Like, if you're not living life through value, then it's not evil. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand how to put yourself in an environment to where now the money that you're producing is not evil because you're not doing things that are attracting the wrong energy for the wrong people. So once I seen exactly how the energy was being reciprocated within that industry, I knew that, you know what I'm saying, everybody that's in that industry, you got characteristics to run a business, because that's the hardest business to ever run, when you got to make money and have to watch over your head from other people. So if you can successfully run a business like that, this type of business right here is 100% easier. It might take a little longer, but it's going to last a lot longer. because you understand certain things, and having that aspect and that background to see certain things is valuable to actually like give this information to a lot of people that's in those type of industries, because like I said, it's not going to happen right away, but you have to keep pushing to it, because I know what's going to happen right away. You're going to eventually go to jail, or you're going to get robbed, or you're going to get killed. It's only those three things. You're not going to never be $100 million person or a multi-million-dollar person and let it last, because eventually somebody's going to take you out the food chain. That's just how it works. So it's a food chain, it's a circle, it's a cycle. I understood that for myself, to where like I like my time, I like my peace, I like my joy and my happiness, to where I had to make a change, because that money was just an energy. I can always get it. I always said any industry that I go to, I can make money. Even when I went to that industry, I made a lot of money because I knew my value. I needed to put it into the right places so I can show somebody else how to put it into the right places. So that's the structure that we have to use inside this opportunity to bring to somewhere else, because there's a fast money here. Like, you can't find another opportunity of business where you can get fast money. Once you understand your value, you do a little bit practicing, a little bit learning, like your value gonna be matching. You're gonna be able to multiply any money that you get. So I understood the value inside this opportunity compared to what I was already doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna speak on the trapping. I ain't never trapped before, so you know, let my boy.
I just didn't want to put in the chat because sometimes, like, the way I'm going to deliver it, I want to make sure my words are correct. But it does pertain to trapping and the mindset. Like, I'm fascinated with the mind. But my question is, for someone that's growing up in a specific area and that's all they know, or if they're just trapped in a specific mindset, like, for y'all, what do you do consistently to challenge your mindset, to challenge your underlying belief of one thing, to move to another thing? Does that make sense?
Use your imagination.
Well, I was gonna say, like, your spirit is gonna hit you every time. Like, every time I was in that type of business or whatnot, you always feel some negative spirit. You feel paranoid. You never know what's gonna happen. So it's always gonna hit you first in your spirit, but your emotions gonna continuously make you keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels good to get money. It feels good to be around that environment. It feels good to be around those people because that's what you're used to. But your spirit gonna always give you the right answer, but it's up to you to move in that right answer. In order to get out of that situation, like I said, your environment is greater than DNA, so you have to start picking certain environments. Something gonna happen for you or happen to you to the point where, like, enough is enough. You're gonna have to start, you're gonna keep seeing certain things, and sometimes you're gonna get information from the right person, but it's gonna always stick to your mind. It's always gonna stick to your spirit, because now when something bad happens, you'll always refer back to that person. Like, even with the foreign exchange market, you might tell somebody about it, but something bad had to happen for them to be like, you know what, it's time for me to tap in.
That's true.
I say this on that. I grew up in a neighborhood to where, you know, literally everybody that I've grown up with is either in jail, has been in jail, including myself, has died, has sold drugs. And when they see me now, they treat me like, I don't know, it's kind of like a celebrity or something, to where, because they know where we all came from, but, you know, I took a different route. So I would say you have to understand, it don't matter where you grow up at, it don't matter where you at. You got to know what you want for yourself. If what you've seen all your life is what you want, then you're gonna do what everybody else did to get what they got. But if you see something else in your life that you want as well, that's not what you've seen all your life, then you're gonna do different things to go get it. I was fortunate enough to beat 2 felony cases. And when I beat 2 felony cases, bro, I was just like, why would I continue being a criminal? Why would I continue doing illegal things? Why would I continue hanging out with the same people? You know what I'm saying? And growing up as a young dude, I always wanted to be exactly who I am today. So when people say, oh, you dress nice, when people say, oh, you're a good, you know, everybody don't think I'm a good person, but some people do. This is who I always wanted to be in my head, so it's easy for me to be this. You know, even if I make $1 million today, I'm not going to be surprised, because that's the type of value that I hold myself to. That's the type of standard that I hold myself to. I don't necessarily let my circumstances or my surroundings dictate how far I'm going to go or where I'm gonna go, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a personal decision, and that's why I say use your imagination. Your imagination is the greatest thing, and it's really just your mind. We can say imagination, but it's really just your mind. What the hell do you want? So that's what you're gonna attract, and that's what you're gonna go get.
Facts. True. But a lot of situations, if you ain't ever seen nothing, you know, how you know what you want? You know, and people are stuck in bad places, and they don't have the vision. They don't have the imagination. And some people need somebody to tell them, or need somebody to, show them a way out. And sometimes we have to be that example. We have to be that example. And it's crazy because I have not yet to have the success that's coming to me. But I understand what you're saying, Diego, because I get that same love coming from where I'm coming from in Chicago. People think just because I moved from Chicago to California, I made it. It's people in Chicago that's never seen a mountain. I be showing little pictures. I be living my life. I'm balling to these people when I'm just surviving in real life. You know what I'm saying? And they like, oh, you made it, bro. You made it. And only thing we can do is try to be the example, try to be that light, try to be that, what that inspiration we can be to somebody who's never seen or hasn't been, who's just stuck in that element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, man, like I kind of said in my car earlier, man, like people's blessings attached to us, you know what I'm saying? So just the consistency of continue to show them the right thing, living like by your actions, man, will probably change their mindsets and their perspectives, especially if you come from the same environment, like, cause I didn't live too far from where Daymion from, but, I was close to being in the game myself, but I had good people around me to keep me out of it, you know what I'm saying? So just me constantly pushing through every situation, pushing through all the BS, pushing through my accident, pushing through like not having certain things, or I just kept pushing through it. So them seeing me come out of it, like I said, it changes their mindset on things now. You know what I'm saying? So your actions could change another person's mindset as long as you stay consistent with doing this, like continually to better yourself. And if they're from the same environment, they'll see, oh, he did it. He came from the same environment I'm from, so I can do it too. And now they just changed their whole environment just by you being consistent. So it all comes down to being consistent and staying consistent. It's hard, but you stay consistent, you come out, then everybody else will see you in the same light. They want to do the same thing, I feel. Oh, nothing else? No? Okay.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I didn't have too much to add to that.
Okay. The next topic, I already pulled it. Kind of started talking about a little bit, is 1 year business success rate. 1 year business success rate. So basically, where can you, like some kind of already touched on, but where in the world can you become a 6 or 7 figure earner within six months to a year as fast as you can in this opportunity? I don't know one.
You talking about like in this opportunity or any other opportunity outside of this?
Yeah. I mean, any opportunity outside of this, can you become a 6 or 7 figure earner as fast as you can in this?
Well, the thing is, I don't like to say, I don't never tell people what they can't do, but the thing is, some people can become a 6 or 7 figure earner in less than a year, but the masses can't become a 6 or 7 figure earner in less than a year, unless you have an opportunity like this, to where now you can produce a lot of success. You know what I'm saying? I understand, like, if you want to be successful, that's cool. Some people can do that, but when you're looking at really producing success at a high number and a frequent rate, it's the only opportunity that actually can do that, because now you have both money on both sides of this business. You got money by being a human being, by really helping people get to the next level. And you got money with the largest industry in the world, to where now you get the best of both worlds. And like I tell people all the time, like, it's no better time to have an opportunity where you becoming a better human being, you becoming a better person, and you have access to the largest industry in the world. Because when you look at the foreign exchange market, all you got to do is become a better person in order to be successful in that. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand discipline, greed, and discipline, greed, and you have to be patient. You know what I'm saying? The people that be the most patient get the most money. So once you understand those things about yourself, you'll start to see it in the foreign exchange market. And now you get to see how to help somebody do the same exact thing. So that's my answer for that.
No.
Dang, that boy dropped the gem.
Facts.
Everybody should say, praise the Lord or amen, because I don't think y'all heard what he said. He said there's multiple people that can become 6-figure earners, but what I also like is he said, I don't like to tell people what they can't do. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a man that's watching what he's saying and watching what he's speaking to the masses. But he also said that everybody can become successful within the first year in this business. And you got to think about it. That don't matter what your background is. That don't matter what kind of education you got. That don't matter who you were before you started this. Within 12 months, you can become a 6-figure earner. and that's everybody. So that's what I truly love the answer to what you just said, bro. That was lit.
And the thing is, like, a lot of people think like your success is valued in money, but like you're gonna become a better person first. Like that's what's gonna get you to the success that you desire, like in money wise. But when in this business, people don't understand that you are becoming a better person every single day that you're inside this opportunity. You taking it serious, like you sharpening yourself as a person to where now once you get your success, you're gonna be able to keep your success. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get a lot of money when you first get in here, but are you that person to keep it? So that's why you got to start looking at success in different ways outside of just money. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get money, but your success is really going to stand in your value of who your foundation is. Because a lot of people get money, but a lot of people don't keep money. So in this business, it's sharpening you to understand how to keep your money outside of just getting money.
Right. That's real.
Frugal Mitch, man. What a horn.
Oh, I I feel that. Yeah, that's real. It's absolutely nothing. And it's not like we saying, don't do nothing else. This is the answer. We just saying, use this to do whatever you want to do. You know, this can literally change your life. It's changing lives. It has changed lives. And this opportunity and investment is very, very small compared to all the investments that you probably made in your life. You know, people look at, I think it's not enough. I think it's too cheap. You know, people like expensive things. So I feel like if they charge $5,000 to sign up, it'll probably be more people willing to hop on, you know, because $235 to get this information and to actually tap into these resources. And then we have leaders like Diego and Troy and Brandon, who just continuously fill us with good gems and good guidance and leadership. And if you take advantage of that, how can you lose? You know, if you tap in, how can you lose? It's really hard to lose.
And I'm really telling you, like me personally, sometimes like people say, you don't have to do it, I'm do this and that. I'm like, this is the only thing people really should be doing right now. I mean, just quite frankly, because it got the best value in it and for the less price, you know, and you got to understand timing inside of the world, timing inside your life to where you're still in the top percentage of people understand what the foreign exchange market is. So you give yourself 2 to 4, 5, 6 years, instead of being 1% of people participating in this industry, it's going to be 5, maybe 10%. And you learn these things before everybody else do it. And this is a groundbreaking industry before now. This was never a thing for nobody. And this is what built the whole entire world. Like this information built the whole entire world. And it wasn't a thing for regular people, but now you got it. Like I had to drop everything and really take it serious because I started to see information that this is what they used to build the world. This is what they really hid from you. So where now, like it's not even an option to take it serious. Like this the only thing to be taken serious.
Right.
We got a
Diego
question.
said something. Oh, go ahead, brother.
No, I was saying the question. Go ahead, DA.
It says, how long did it take you to understand what success is to you and how to get there? Well, for me, I'm gonna answer the question, Joe.
Okay.
For me, I've been understood what success was to me. I just didn't know how to. Well, let me tell you what success is to me. Success is literally being a great person and having so much value and influence to where I can give it to others, to where, you know, I'm not necessarily blocking myself out to the world. So my ideal of success is helping God's people. On my vision board, I had hit Chairman 10, but I also asked God to help me to become a better person to impact other people's lives. So before I got into this opportunity, a lot of people don't understand like why I do what I do or how I do what I do is because this is who I am. Like it's crazy that Forex just actually gave me the platform to do what I naturally was going to do anyway. I asked God to allow me to be a great speaker, motivational speaker, and really get in front of people and talk to them. And he gave me Forex. The only thing that's different from me and other people is that I saw my vision before this, and I just implemented it into what God placed into my lap. So just second part of that real quick is that people want to get the money, but they don't want to go through the struggles to get the money. The best thing that you can do when you get money is when your income grows, you grow, right? So a lot of people want to miss on the stop losses. A lot of people want to miss out on the back office pullbacks. A lot of people want to miss out on the no's. Everybody wants yes, yes, yes. But if everybody told you yes, then you couldn't even critique yourself and get better along the journey, right? So a lot of people want to get the most bread, but they don't want to become the best person. And it kind of goes back to what Troy said. The reason why I feel like this is so fun is because I know every time my money goes up, that means I became a better person. Every time somebody tell me no and I get past it, I became more stronger. Every time I have to go through things with personal relationships, I got to get in my Bible, I got to get past it. I became a more forgiving person. I became a more understanding and humble person. So you got to think your money is directly aligned to who you are becoming each and every day. If your money is going down or becoming lower, that means that you're not necessarily doing the things to elevate to get that raise, you know what I'm saying, from God. And that's all that a rank is. You just becoming a better person each and every time.
Yeah, to kind of add to what you were saying, to answer the question too, I think success is what you make it, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Success doesn't have to be the money. You know, it could be the growth that you coming out of a situation. That's success. You know, like for me, kind of like Dia said, I've always wanted to talk to people. I've always wanted to help people. You know, and with my accident and all that, and then it gave me the platform to do so on multiple levels, with financially and inspirationally. You know what I'm saying? So that's success for me. I'm not making all the bread right now, but I went from, you know what I'm saying, not having a car and a place to stay to having a car and a whole condo to stay in. You know what I'm saying? That's success. Now, it's not $1 million a day yet. I'm going to get there, but success has to be what you're making. And something Dio said at one of the Donald's meetings like a couple weeks ago is keep your eyes on your own paper. Stop comparing your success to somebody else's success. Because my success won't be the same as DA's or Troy's or Mr.Peden's or, you know what I'm saying, Brandon Thompson. It's gonna look different because we're different people. You know, so we got to stop comparing our journey to the person next to us, because that's really the issue. We're comparing of what somebody else's success is and making it our own success, but really our own success is different from somebody else's success. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we got to really just take the blessings that we're given and understand that, you know, that there is the steps to it, but not to compare it to somebody else. Because if you compare it to somebody else, you're going to get pissed off. You are, because somebody may move faster. It may take the person right next to you. You bring somebody in right now, it may take them 6 months to really hit the ranks they want, to get the money they want, to grow they want. It may take you 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking at them, you're not going to focus on yourself, and you're going to lose sight of it, and you're going to fall off in the process. So
just to add to what he said, success to me is two things. Success first is implementing the goal and accomplishing it. That's success. You can value your own success however you want to do it. Success is simply saying, hey, I want to do this, and you actually succeeding at doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you set the tone for yourself, you know, and you implement a goal, you smash it, bam, that's success. You know, and then you put another one in, make it harder for yourself. You know, and another thing as far as success goes is a gift. Everybody has a gift. You know, finding your gift and using it for the greater good is successful. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of like I got the gift of gab. I can talk somebody out of whatever. But if I'm not using that for what I need to use it for, then how am I being successful? That's just me being conniving or tricky. You know, having a gift and knowing that it's a gift and not using it for the greater good is bogus. So once you use it and you find your gift and you use it for the greater good, use it to help people, use it to build up, that's successful. That's my definition of success. Smashing out a goal and actually knowing your gift and implementing it for the greater good.
Using your gift to make room for your blessings, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, Mr. P and Jerald, everybody go ahead and drop success is a moving target in the chat. I want y'all to understand what I'm about to say right quick. Everybody drop success is a moving target, right? Yeah, okay, bet. We got a few people doing that. So essentially what that means is what you consider success today is not going to be success in 2 years. What you consider success 2 years ago is not going to be success today. I remember at one point I said, if I can just pay off all my fines on my license and get my credit right, and you know, normal citizen things, that was a success to me. It had nothing to do with money. I was my whole life was jacked up. I couldn't even drive without being afraid to get pulled over because I had warrants. If I could just get rid of my warrants, you know, I'm successful, because now I can go out and pick my daughter up from daycare without anybody bothering me, without thinking that if I get pulled over, you know, what's gonna happen. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, You got to understand. And I remember when I thought six figures was success to me, but now I hang around Brandon Thompson. He makes $250,000 a month. Troy Mitchell, he makes $25,000 a month. And it doesn't necessarily make me not think that my life is success. It is at this moment, but I thought I would feel way different at this point in my life. And now I just see so much more in store for me. So now I have a whole new success level that I'm chasing. So every single day, your success will change. So don't get stuck on one thing or thinking one thing is success. Last thing I'm gonna say is, what Mr. P said is absolutely true. He said, when you say you're gonna do something and you actually do it, you're successful. So let's take it, for example, everybody says they wanna go Chairman 10. Drop some fire in the chat if that's gonna happen. Drop some fire in the chat if you're doing everything that you need to do for that to happen, right? So as long as you're making daily goals, and what Jerald said, it could take 2 years, it can take 6 months, whatever the case may be, as long as you don't quit and you're working towards it, you are already a success. You don't have to actually obtain the goal to be successful. But if you quit on that goal, then you're a failure, right? You failed at that goal. So if you're working towards it, right, you're already successful because you're moving every day towards it. But the moment you quit, the moment that you say it's too hard, the moment that you say I don't want to do it no more, you already failed on that goal. So you better think of a new one that you're not gonna fail on, right? So that's just what I read in the book as well.
Oh, real quick before you move on, because I don't know how long you wanted the call to go, but that what you just said, I was just watching it a few days ago. Steve Harvey was talking about. He was talking about his how he got on Apollo, and he ended it with saying that when you're going for something, it may be hard, you know what I'm saying, but you're giving yourself an opportunity to obtain this thing you want to do. But the moment you quit, the opportunity is gone forever. You know what I'm saying? So the moment you quit on that goal that you wrote down like this, the moment you quit, the moment you give up, the moment you say it's too hard, the opportunity is gone now. You know what I'm saying? You worked this hard to get to that point. You're giving yourself an opportunity to achieve it. But if you quit, then the opportunity is gone now. It's gone, probably forever. So I was just definitely feedback and say, man, like keep pushing, man, like for sure.
Definitely.
I don't know how long you want the call to go.
Oh, we're gonna wrap it up right now, man. I just wanted to let y'all know, man. First of all, I appreciate our leaders hopping on this call. Thank you, Jerald. Thank you, D. Thank you, Troy. We appreciate everybody who tapped in. And hopefully we gave you guys some good game today, some good game that you can take with you and implement into your life and implement into this opportunity and be a better you. You know, that's all we can do every day is wake up and try to be a better us. And, you know, and mentorship, like Troy said, you know, finding somebody to give you some good advice, some good game is important as well. So definitely reach out to your upline, even if that's your parents, you know, reach out to somebody who can give you some good game and take that game, you know, and implement it in your life, maintain it and elevate with it, you know, and get you some new game. Because every step is another level of game that you can get. You know, it's a lot of stuff that you can learn out here. So don't be limited to the information. Make sure you make yourself a sponge and soak up all the good jewels and game that's out there. You know. So yeah, just want to end right there. And if we can,
and I got one last thing. Oh,
we all can say something. Y'all can say something.
I got one last thing. I got one last thing real quick. You know, so when it comes to mentorship, it's probably one of the greatest gifts that you can have inside this world. But you got to also understand with great mentorship, you got to have a great mentee, which means mentors choose their mentees. Mentees don't choose their mentors. You know what I'm saying? To where like you have to be a person of some type of standing, some type of foundation for your mentor to really understand what you really got value. So with that being said, like you have to put in the work, you have to put in the energy, you have to put in that effort to understand that I want everything that I say I want. I just need the guidance, you know what I'm saying? So you got to put the time in, you got to put the work in. It's not going to just get handed to you. You got to understand, like, as a mentor, you become a mentor for a reason. You got a crazy work ethic. You got a crazy mindset. You got a crazy accomplishment, crazy goals to where you've achieved them to where now you can give somebody the same exact blueprint, but that blueprint will only be effective if you got the same foundation as that mentor when they was in that same environment.
That dedication.
That's a big fact. So, Mr. P, I just wanted to give my gratitude to you, bro. It's crazy when you're doing things that you want to do, that you love to do, you don't realize how valuable they really are. So I'm just sitting here looking at comments, right? And if you just look at the last 10, it says, thank you so much, greatly appreciated. Thank you, loved it. Do this again, right? So you actually put together this call and gave so many other people value, right? So you executed something that was genuine, but you impacted people in such a way that you might realize it, but you might not. So it's my job to tell you, thank you for allowing me to be on this call. Troy gave gems, Jerald gave gems, and just you're in passing giving people blessings, bro. And for that, that's where your blessings come in. That's what God allows you to skip the line, because you took the time out of your day to let us just speak on an open platform and be regular human beings. Because when we're on Zoom calls, we have to get the team riled up. We have to get the energy going. We can't just speak like we want to speak freely, you know. So I appreciate you, and I thank you for even considering me for this call. And I definitely would like to be back whenever you need me in the future.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate the love, man. I'm just trying to implement what I see, man. You guys set great examples for us that we can follow, and we just trying to implement and, you know, duplicate and put it out there. So, hey, Jerald, if you can end us with a prayer, man, so we can get up out of here.
I got you. And I want to say thank you as well. I've already told you, like, thank you like 17,000 times.
I was gonna say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make the time for the things that need to be made for. So yeah, appreciate it, man.
No, facts, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again soon for sure.
And appreciate DA and Troy. I know they've been on the move and doing their thing too. So appreciate y'all time for sure. Don't want to not be respectful of y'all time. Again, thank you again for having a call with you, Mr. Peden. And then now you bow your heads, close your eyes. I'm not about to see if you are. I'm just going to trust that you do. And then we say a quick prayer. Father God, we thank you, Father, for waking us up today. We thank you for allowing us to see another beautiful day that was presented to us, that was given to us, Father, for a lot of people didn't see today. Thank you for the small things that we take for granted. Thank you for the mentorships that we take for granted. Thank you for all the information that we receive on a daily basis that we take for granted. We ask for forgiveness of anything we've done in the past, the present, and the things we will do in the future that would be displeasing to you, Father. But just know our hearts and hold our hands and take us through the storm so we can grow through it and come out of it on top, Father. We pray that we pray that everyone's family is blessed, everybody that's traveling is blessed, everyone that needs to hear a word from you, that they heard it, they haven't it, find a way to give it to them, Father. We pray that you bless everyone today and their families and their families' and so forth and so on, Father, that we may come out on top as kings and queens that we are, and become the people that you create us to be. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Blessings. Man, thank you guys, man. Like I said, man, appreciate everybody. We will do this again. We'll keep you formed up. Till then, man, be the blessing. Yes, sir. Peace.